I really do think I'm gonna be filming all of the time outside from now on. And yeah, I got rejected from the Atlantic Academy. I saw the email this morning, and honestly, I'm okay. I mean, it is a bit hard getting rejected, even if it's something you're not really sure you want to do. Rejection in general can be kind of hard, you know? Just societal pressures. It feels like the society inside of me, what I've been taught, like from society, it is that it's like embarrassing or I'm not good enough, you know? Even though another part of me is like, yeah, okay, I didn't really expect that much anyways. I'm not really sure that that's truly what I want to do, like the career that I want to do. So like it's okay, but still it feels hard getting rejected. Yeah. But also at the same time a lot of stuff like opens up now of like stuff I don't have to start taking my degree right now, which is also like kind of something came off my shoulders. I can wait a bit longer, which is, I think that I do want to wait. That is actually what would be best for me. So yeah, but I still think I'll have to like kind of get over it. And I also haven't told anyone yet. And I don't really know why. I guess I'm also like afraid that everyone is gonna be like, "Oh, so sad." Don't really feel ready for that kind of response, you know? Or I don't feel ready to respond to that. Does that make any sense? Like what I'll have to say back, and I'll have to be, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. So I think I'm just gonna keep it to myself for a little bit, sit with it a little bit longer before I have to kind of talk about it and how I want to respond to the people around me about it, and kind of also think about how I actually feel about it. But yeah, I'm reading a bit right now. I have a couple of books actually that I'm reading right now, and it's not going very quickly. I'm reading very slowly, and audiobooks and stuff, but just like really not putting any pressure on myself with like the books. So this one it's one I bought in Berlin, and it's really good. Like, yeah, this is something for me. Like, this is my kind of book. It's so good, and I've only like read 7 pages or something, and I already like it. It's very much like, you know, about the lineage of women in some way. I can already feel it, but oh yeah, the first impression of the book is like that it's gonna be about the women of her family, like the main girl's family, about her obviously, but also the women in her family, and it's just very whimsical, I think, and I really love that. Very magical. I also, a book I have actually read a while ago. I don't remember if I even talked about it, but it's the book called Pet, which is like a young adult novel for young adult, also magical realism, and I really liked it. I would totally recommend it for anyone who likes magical realism, even if you're like not young adult. I thought it was really good, and easy to read, easy to get through, even though I also did read it slowly. I'm generally a very slow reader. It can take me like half a year to read a book because I'm like on and off it a lot. Then I was in Ærøskøbing recently, with 2 of my friends that came to visit, and we went. There's a bookshop in Ærøskøbing. It's very super cute bookshop, like very old interior. I really liked it, and I bought these two. There's like Kayla Gwen, like I don't know what it's called in English. Bærposeteorien om fiktion. So, oh, what is it called in English? I don't remember. Very small, and yeah, it was cheap. So that's why I bought it. But I wanted to own it. And then I also bought this small comic, Mumitrold. It's named in Danish by Tove Jensen. And it's like her comic, and then it's colored. I don't think this is the way she colored it. I think it's recolored. I don't feel like Tove Jensen's comics were really colored a lot when she like made them, if I'm right about that. But it's very cute, and it was also a cheaper book. I haven't read it, but yeah, I also considered actually getting one of her like novels, short stories about like the Moomin Valley and the Moomin Trolls, like that series of books. But yeah, they were a bit more expensive. Maybe some other time, you know. And is there other books? I feel like there's more books I've read. I have to sneeze. I remembered one of the other books I had read, actually, that I read most of while we were on our trip in Berlin, and in the bus and ferry, and The Wizard of Earthsea, one of my favorite books. The last time I read it, I was still in like high school, or like Danish high school, so like 3 years ago, for my finishing project it was like kind of art school, crossed or mixed with like high school, so it was a very specific kind of high school, but I used it for my afgangsprojekt. I don't know what it's called in English, and I like drew stuff for the book, or kind of tried to experiment with it. And yeah, it's just a really good book that I don't know how to explain it. Like, it's kind of boring, but at the same time it's like a good kind of boring. I don't know, I like a very specific kind of boring. I don't know if any of you guys can relate to that. Some things are just kind of boring, but you kind of like them. I'm missing like 2 chapters in the book, and it's like at least a month since we came home from Berlin. But I gotta finish it probably at some point, right? And I do have I have the 3 of the Earth Wizard series, but I've never read the other ones. I don't remember how many there are besides the 3 first books. But yeah, I feel like it's just a very good book to come back to, especially when you're traveling, because it's kind of like he's traveling in the books, or like going on adventures. So I feel like it's a very good book if you yourself are going on adventures. You feel like him, I don't know, I feel like it's a Ghibli movie. I know that it is actually a Ghibli movie, but it's just not, the Ghibli movie isn't very accurate to the books at all. But I just imagine the scenery in the book like a Ghibli movie, if that makes any sense. I have literally 8 minutes left of my audiobook Troll, and I'm kind of struggling to get through. And it's not even because it's bad, I would say. It's just so depressing. Everybody dies, and they're all so mean to each other and kind of hate each other. Just overall really shitty circumstances, and that just gets worse and worse throughout the story. Everything just goes to shit. And basically the only reason I'm really trying to finish it, because I really want to know what happens to the troll. Is she gonna die? In some way I like it. It's just really kind of hard to get through, and I don't think I'm gonna be reading it again because of that. It is like folklore and very similar genre to a similar book that I read recently, like The Wax Child by Olga Ravn. I feel like all of the characters are just ending up really like hating each other, and there's nothing else in the story. There's just hate, and it makes a lot of sense because it's kind of, about climate change and humans versus nature, the gaze on nature that we have as humans. And yeah, as I said, I don't want to say it's bad. I don't think it's bad. It's just a really heavy book for me. I'm trying to get through the last 8 minutes, but I'm also listening to like that like very overhyped romantasy that's like called Fourth Wing, because I felt like I had to listen to something totally opposite of the Troll book. Like, it's just dragons and sex. And just kind of, yeah, so it's very entertaining, but you don't have to think at all.